What's up, everybody? My name is WestRoadSal, and today we're actually reviewing another DC reboot comic book. But before I get into that, I want to give a shout out to WrestleManiac 1130. He's doing like I want to say weekly unboxing DVD, not reviews, but he's showing them off and showing off his collection. He's growing every week, so you want to check that out. I'll give you a link down here, and I'll probably put an annotation somewhere in this video. So you want to know what comic we're reviewing today? Animal Man, one of the most praised DC reboot comics since they got started. This and Swamp Thing are like the biggest praised DC New 52 comic books out there. So first, as usual, we're going to do a summary and then my opinion. So here we go, let's get started. The volume starts off with a full-page spread covering Buddy Baker's interview with The Believer magazine. In this interview, he talks about how even though he's a stuntman / actor / animal rights activist / family man, he still finds time to put on the Animal Man costume and be a superhero. After bickering about the details of the article and what truly matters in the superhero versus family man department, he decides to put on the symbolic apparel once more to stop a male figure who appears to have taken over a floor at a children's hospital. He was bickering with his wife. Once he gets there, he easily takes control, using the power of the Rhino to tackle the fugitive down. The police chief tells Animal Man that his eyes are bleeding profusely, but once he gets checked out, he seems to be fine. Once back home, he has a nightmare about a strange place and his son and daughter getting deformed by the Hunters 3. Three nasty evil creatures who are flesh-made sicknesses. That is very detailed. His wife wakes him up to find his daughter Maxine, who really wanted a real dog. She goes and gets an enormous amount of pets in the backyard, but none of them, all of them are bare bones. They have no skin. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. Once he starts to tell her that this is not acceptable, the daughter, he gets an unbearable pain and his whole chest turns blood red. Different veins going each and every way. Maxine, using these veins, details a way on how to get to the red place. That's the only thing she says about the place, red. She also says we need to find it before they do or we die. A lot of discussion entails, and they finally see to it that under the guidance of Maxine's way, Animal Man and her alone go on a journey to find this red place, leaving the wife and son at home. Meanwhile, at a local zoo, 3 hippos are supposedly giving birth, with their stomachs as big and as wide as a trampoline cylinder. Now, a trampoline, and then imagine the trampoline being 3D. Like the sides and everything. Wow. The Hunters 3 are born into the real world, and the 3 janitors who are watching get taken over as hosts for a time being. Eventually, Buddy and his daughter to find the red place through the guidance of animals and get introduced through many twists and turns, very disfiguring to the body, mind you. I'll show you that. To the totems, all former avatars of the red. Totems tell Animal Man that even though Maxine's only 4 years old, she's very strong, and she's near ready for the war against those who will come. On the other side of the coin, the Hunters 3 are outside Buddy Baker's home, and 2 of them decide to traverse to the red to confront Animal Man and his daughter, and one decides to stay and destroy the wife, because they think she can have more children that are powerful like Maxine. The wife and son narrowly escape in her car, not knowing that the detective that they're meeting for help is currently a host for the real Detective Crenshaw, who is currently locked in the trunk. Buddy Baker almost gets killed by the 2 of the 3 Hunters 3 in the red, but gets saved just in the nick of time by his daughter, who unleashes an attack for the first time that they either get destroyed or they flee. They don't really go into... They stop the comic after that panel, so you don't really know. She also heals Buddy wounds from the fight, and one of the all-powerful totems decides to go with Buddy and his daughter back home in the form of a cat to help teach and protect Maxine at all costs from these menacing evils. Back home, with the aid of a shotgun temporarily, the mother and son seem to be in okay shape, until the last of the Hunters 3 goes in for the kill on Buddy's wife, until Buddy and his daughter arrive just in time to save her. Animal Man and the Hunter have a stalemate fight until Maxine uses her powers to call all of the nearby animals to kill this hunter, which unknowingly spreads the sickness which the Hunters 3 were made of. Therefore, the animals turn on Buddy and his family. Buddy, his wife, 2 kids, his stepmom, and the former Avatar turned cat panic into an RV they have and drive away in search of the Swamp Thing, who the cat says has the power to stop all this. The last panel shows Roadkill being awakened by mosquitoes who carry the virus, just to show how far the sickness is spreading. Oh, that was a lot, wasn't it? Here comes my opinions. Like I drink, take wood. Here we go. Now, art is really detailed. I was gonna show you a picture of like the bad 3. Let me just get this page out for you. I just want to show you these nasty guys here. Here we go. Spoiler alert, but 1, 2, and 3. That's hard to see, but it's really detailed, the art. And that's Buddy Baker in his nightmare. That's creepy. Good storytelling for a 6-issue arc. They really like they draw it out well, you know. There's not like, it doesn't go too fast, doesn't go too slow. It's timed really well. There's a bit of confusion for me anyway on the Hunters 3 power, like their powers. Do they like it? One takes the form of the officer, but the officer, the officer is in the trunk, but he takes like the form of the officer. But in other panels, the other Hunters 3, they actually eat people. So I don't know if that's like they do other things than just eat people, like they take forms as well, or it's a little confusing there for me. I don't know. The new concept is nice, bringing in a 4-year-old daughter with powers to the Animal Man storyline, because the Animal Man storyline is old. Truthfully, it's like really old when you think about it. It's the simplest idea ever, but it's a good rehashing of the old tale. Funny how the Animal Man and Swamp Thing are the most praised out of this reboot, and they're the oldest. You know, Swamp Thing is really old. It goes back 40, 50, 60 years, you know, Swamp Thing. And Animal Man is like the most simplest idea, but they're like the most praised out of the reboot. It just proves how the oldest are still the best, no matter how you remake it, you know. At the very end, like I said in the summary, they tease a crossover with Swamp Thing, which... Oh, you didn't see the cover, did you? Animal Man, there you go. So, you know, I might be really interested in getting Volume 2. Mature read, like if I show you some of these pictures, it's really mature when it comes to it. Like, they show blood, obviously. It's mature, really. Like, this is scary, just by itself. Well, not for me anyway, but might be scary for you. Just trying to find, like, this is grotesque, you know. That's when one of the Hunters 3 gets to the home. This is the former totems, the former avatars in the red place. The totems, you know. So that's detailed. So you might get my point from that. Mature read and pics. It's not for kids necessarily, but you know, kids, they see everything nowadays. So what's the difference? Really good book. Really good story. Just a little too grotesque for me. Like, they really go like mature in this book when they don't really have to. But I guess I know what they're trying to pull. They're trying to pull like the real deep Animal Man, like really what happens to you, you know. 8.5 out of 10. It's a great read. Believe it or not, I borrowed this from the library. As you can tell, I didn't actually buy it, but they had it, so why not, you know? Great read. Little mature, but collecting issues 1 through 6, as they all do. So it's a good book. 8.5 out of 10. So thanks for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, and peace.